Hey y'all, it's Brandon with Voodoo Forge, and we are about to make this crazy trammel hook. It's just a little more that way. I never made a trammel hook this way, and for those of you who don't know what a trammel hook is it is an adjustable S-hook that you can use to raise and lower your pot over a fire. So it's really handy for Dutch oven cooking over a campfire in general. You know, sometimes you need to get close to the coals, sometimes you need to pull it up. And so that's what a trammel hook does. Now this one is, I'm sending this off to my new friends over at Deadman, so this will be going to Alaska. I'll put a link to their channel down in the description. But anyway, let's get to making this thing. So the material we're using is 1/4 inch by 1 inch flat stock and some 3/8 round stock. This is kind of my idea in my head. This will be the flat stock. This will of course be tapered down and forged into a hook and come down. Have a 90-degree turn with a hole in it, several holes in here. And then this will be our 3/8 round stock. It'll come up, bend 90, bend back over itself, and then hook into the hole. And that should give you like a handle to grab onto to raise and lower your pots. I've seen some similar to this. There might be some out there exactly like this, but this is just kind of an idea that I had, or I don't know, maybe I'm stealing it from somewhere. Who knows? Making a good sized trammel hook, and I have marked it at 5/8, 2 inches, 4.5 inches, 6 inches, 7.5 inches, 9 inches, 10.5 inches, 12 inches, and 13.5 inches. So the 5/8 is going to be the hole in the bend that the hook slides through. The 2 inches is going to be the 90-degree bend itself, and then the rest of them are going to be the adjustments. It's a big one, so there's going to be a lot of adjustments on this. I'm going to mark where I marked, but I'm going to use a center punch because we are going to be drilling some holes. Now I'm putting 2 center punches where we're doing our 90-degree bend, so I don't drill holes there. But you can, of course, punch the holes if you want, but I'm going to be drifting these, and I'm gonna drill them. I think about 5/16, and then drift them out. It's not rocket surgery. There we go. The 3/8 in the forge first because I want to work that in. What the plan is just to tap that end over just a little and make a little sharp grabby spot on it. I don't know if grabby spot is a technical term, but that right there, that is what I'm going for. Let's make it a little sharper. That way I feel like that'll give it a more positive hold when you're using this handle that sticks out here. Yeah. Now we're going to work on our actual little handle ourselves. No, my next bend's going to be right there. Coming over here and using a bending fork for this. Now I should be able to close everything up on the anvil. Giving me the shape that I want. I'm using this little grip that I just cleaned up a couple of videos And I will be putting some forging lubricant on it just to keep it slick. A little bigger. About where we're taking her. Now that we got all this done, we're going to put the hook end in the forge. Now you can certainly do this by hand. I don't believe I'm going to. Go back to the handle. It's fairly even. It's even enough for what we're doing. Somehow I missed filming this, but I just folded that over, so we've got a little lump on the end. It's not even really decorative. It's just a little lump on the end. Coming over here to assemble hook jig, locking our lump in. Right. Throwing it back in. Okay, we're going to bring her over here. It's kind of a long hook, but that's okay. We don't want it to come off, and we've kind of centered it on this. The other end is back in the forge, and we'll do our 90-degree bend. Put them right there. corn I wanted to deal with. And this makes it a lot easier. Now we can clean it up a little on the anvil. Alright, for the most part that looks good. So this is cooled off, and I went ahead and checked this piece and made sure that it will hang in all of our adjustment points. And then at the tallest, I cut this much of it off because that'll be enough for me to make the hook. The hook on this one will go this way. I'm drawing this to a point that's easy to do. We just gotta hit two sides while we're hitting the top. The anvil's hitting the bottom. Draw down a nice even taper. Alright, we've got a nice square point there. We're going to throw another heat on it, and then we're going to round it. Bring her back out here. We're going to hit these corners. Those corners taken care of there. Okay. We want our hook to go this way, so we're going to do a rat tail scroll this way. I've got it put through the flat part of the trammel, and we'll forge it in there. Just to make sure you understand what I'm talking about, this piece is through the bottom hole right now. Make sure I quench that finial where it won't start unwrapping on me, and there we go, that's okay. Here's our finished product, and it looks pretty good. Ain't something heavy. You can find something heavy. This is heavy. This is 4 bolts. And did it down here. Okay. The idea. Okay. The idea is you can raise and lower this without having to grab the pot. This is, 30 pounds, so this should be heavier than most pots you're cooking on. Yeah, I think this is gonna work. There is our finished product. You can see the little bent hook there really latches on good at the back. You've got to lift it for it to come out, but it comes out easily. I'm pretty satisfied with this. I'm going to be making more of these. So I'm sorry you had to go on this journey of discovery with me. Never made one like this, but I like it, I dig it. All right, y'all, well, that's it. And I like this thing. I like the look of it. I like the large drifted holes. I think that gives it a unique look. And like I said, I may be stealing this entire design from somebody, but if I am, I did not mean it to. I think I've modified what I've seen enough. I'm not claiming originality, but it's the first one I've made like this. And I like it, man. It seems, there's a lot more to it than the way I've traditionally made them, but this just seems like it'd be so much more useful. So what do you think? How do you make your trim hooks? Do you cook over a fire? Let me know in the comments. And as